to the show. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to Relish. I'm Alli. I'm every week. So, welcome to the show. Today's topic is jackfruit and sorry, I'm just getting some technical information here. Okay, so today's topic for this week is jackfruit and pea protein powder. All right, so let's turn up volume here. Okay, there we go. So I'm really excited because these are two great plant-based protein options or protein replacements. And I'll tell you why I said that in just a moment. So one quick thing, if you have any questions or comments, please put them in the chat. Let's see. Hello everybody. Okay. Please put them in the chat. I love questions. I love comments. So here we go. All right, so we're going to do the first half of the show on jackfruit and the second half of the show on pea protein. So let's start with jackfruit. So jackfruit, so this is canned jackfruit, as you can tell, and I got it at Trader Joe's. And the reason why I got it canned is because it is kind of hard to find fresh unless you're going to an Asian market or somewhere that has a lot of imported fruits and vegetables and things like that. So, yes, it is like protein. Thank you, Jasmine AB. So jackfruit comes originally from South India, and it is the spiky, here I'm going to put the can down because we'll look at that in a minute. It's a spiky fruit, and like all the outside is very prickly, and then you cut on the inside and it has this soft, fruity inside. They're called fruit pods. And it's a great way to, it's turned into a great alternative to meat because it has a very interesting texture. Yeah, so I like to use it for things like if I want to use it instead of chicken, or I'm going to give you lots of other ideas of what you could use jackfruit for. But yeah, some people say it kind of tastes like pineapple. Some people say it tastes like apples, but it is kind of a mild, fruity taste. So try it. I really recommend it. You'll be able to find it at places like Trader Joe's. I'm thinking probably like Whole Foods, things like that, or at an Asian market in cans or fresh. So try it. And so some of the possibilities that you could use it for are pulled pork. We're going to make some barbecue pulled pork tacos today. It's going to be delicious. You can also use it as a chicken alternative, like for teriyaki or in a pot pie. You can use it for gyros, a topping on pizza, chili. It's a great filler in chili with beans and things like that. Sprinkle it on nachos. I saw a recipe for menudo, which is a Mexican stew, and it's usually used chili. You can put it in a stir fry. You can put it in curries. You can put it in smoothies. So lots and lots and lots of options. I know some people, lots and lots of options. So there we go. And one nice thing about it is it is a fruit. It is a fruit, but it has a little bit more protein than other fruits, but it doesn't have a whole lot of protein just in general. So for example, half of this can, so this can has 2 servings. Half of the can is just 40 calories, not a ton, so that's a good alternative as well to meat. And it has 0 grams of fat. Says it has 0 grams of protein, so it might just be right under a gram. It has 9 grams of carbs, and 7 of those grams of carbs are fiber. So that is a good thing. That is a really good thing. And what else? I thought there was one more thing. Oh, it has a little bit of potassium. It has a little bit of calcium. So anyway, so it's great. I say that if you're going to use it for a protein alternative, though, have some protein on the side because there's hardly any protein in this. So, like for example, we're going to make some barbecue pulled jackfruit tacos today, and I would say have a little bit of cheese on the side or beans if you're not eating cheese. So try that. So let's see. I'm going to give you a little bit of, oh, and I thought this was just an interesting piece of trivia. 60% of the whole jackfruit is not edible. So all those spikes, and then there's a central core, and then there's a rind, and it is not super edible, but 40% of it is. The fruit inside is edible. And here's some nutrition information about it as well. So jackfruit has phytonutrients like carotenoids and like vitamin C, which both of those are antioxidants. We all know that those are good for us. They help with the free radicals. Not, it gets rid of all the free radicals in our body. So that is something good. And they have found that some of the compounds in jackfruit may help decrease blood pressure, may help decrease heart disease risk, decrease risk of stroke, decrease risk of bone loss, improve our muscle and nerve function, and also decrease our LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol, which we want to decrease that. So lots of good here. Just write a link out joining them. And so this has obviously been in a little bit. I want to tell you what the going all right is great. All right, we're gonna saute the. Okay. We're going to saute the onions. So I'll just tell you all the ingredients. So we're going to saute onions. We're going to add in the shredded jackfruit. Okay. But first we're going to saute the onions. All right. We'll just shred this while we're waiting. Here we go. It's looking good. Interesting, there are these little pieces. I'll come over and show you. So there's the meat, and then there are these like little seed-looking, I think they're called the fruit pods. Okay. So here is the shredded fruit part that looks like meat. And then there are these like little things. They look like garlic cloves. They're fruit pods. Interesting, huh? That's pretty cool. Okay, so we've got the onions. We're sauteing the onions. Here we go. All right, looking good. The smell of sauteed onions is always a good thing. Okay, now we will add the jackfruit. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna have these for dinner tonight. You can, you can do it as a taco. You can put it over rice. Just eat the filling by itself. Okay. All right. It really does look like meat. It looks like chicken. Pretty good, huh? All right. So this would be really great if you're making a curry. Add this to the curry instead of meat, along with some veg. If I was making a curry, I'd probably add some paneer, that cheese that is so good in an Indian dish. Okay. Now we're here. I'm going to add, the next pieces are chopped jalapeno, chopped garlic. This is garlic from our garden. Grown by, okay. It smells really good. I wish I could transfer that smell through the video. All right. Next, we're going to add the spices, which I've already pre-measured. Okay. Cumin, smoked paprika, and salt. Some of the salt got caught in there. Oh yeah, that smells really good. Really, really, really good. All right. And then, almost last but not least, the second to last, the penultimate. And you just pour that in over everything. And then last, but not, this is the last piece, is lemon zest. We're going to use the microplane, one of my favorite tools. Okay. Some orange zest into the mix. And there, jackfruit tacos. And that's so easy. You know, you can make this on a weeknight, just on a busy day, whenever. You can have this on the table in 30 minutes, absolutely. Okay, I'm going to show you the final product here. Doesn't that look good? I think so. I think so. So we'll just put this on the back burner because we're going to move on to our next ingredient, which is pea protein powder. So I'm going to swap trays here. So I'm going to put this, I'm just going to step aside for just a moment. Actually, I'll just put this here. Okay. Step aside, and now we have our second set of ingredients. For the pea, we're going to be making strawberries and cream protein bars from Oh Sweet Basil blog, which these look so good. And we're going to be using Trader Joe's pea protein powder. So let's talk about all the benefits of pea protein powder. Then we're going to make these protein bars. We're going to have two really good recipes today. So the protein bars are from Oh Sweet Basil. It's another blog that you can find on relish.com. And they're called Strawberries and Cream Protein Bars. Okay, so this is protein powder. And the great thing about this is that the only ingredient is organic pea protein isolate. Right there. Right there. I like that because a lot of pea protein powder, really great source of protein. And so for protein, there are 9 essential amino acids that make up protein. And they're essential because our bodies can't make them. And a lot of foods, especially plant-based foods, you don't get all the protein, all the amino acids, the essential amino acids that you need in one thing. But pea protein powder has them all, which is great, especially for plant-based protein. It has all the 9 essential amino acids except it's low in methionine, but no big deal. You can get methionine from eggs, fish, and poultry. But it does have some. So it does have some. You're still getting all 9. And it's also rich in iron, which is great, great, great. Plant-based, and you get 28% of your daily needs of iron in this. So we got that right there. We've got that right there. Okay, so one important thing about plant iron. So if you're using, just add a little bit. Protein is made from protein concentrate, and sometimes it's made from isolate. This is isolate, and that tends to have more protein. So 2 scoops of this has 20 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein. That's good. Some nutritional base, so that's good. And sometimes they have fiber, sometimes it doesn't. This one doesn't have fiber in it, but you can have fiber alongside it. So ways to use pea protein powder: smoothies, of course. Stir some into your oatmeal. Put it in baked goods. That's what we're going to do today, even though these are no-bake protein bars. And stir it in plant-based milks like almond milk or soy milk, or you can put the milk in the blender, blend it in so it's really thoroughly blended in. So many options. So many options. One small thing I do have to say, though, is eating peas is, you're eating the whole food if you're eating peas. And that's, ultimately good for you too. So I just wanted to show you. Peas, you're going to get 4 grams of fiber in a serving of peas. You're getting 0 grams of fiber in this. but you get 5 grams of protein in this, and you get 20 proteins in that. So just, every once in a while have some regular peas rather than the pea protein powder all the time, but the protein powder is just going to give you that punch of protein that you might need. Also, I read that pea protein powder has a low environmental impact, which that is a good thing, because it can fix nitrogen into the soil, the peas can, which a lot of times if they don't have nitrogen, if a plant doesn't have nitrogen, you have to add that as a fertilizer, so you don't have to with peas. Also, peas have a shallow root system, so you don't have to use quite as much water. So this is a good environmental choice as well. So that is that. And we are going to, okay, I just got a little notification. Okay, so pea protein powder, it's a good thing. We're going to make these strawberries and cream bars. So first of all, the recipe says pecans. I'm not using pecans today. I'm using walnuts. Okay, there we go. We've got walnuts. So you put 1/4 of a cup of pecans or walnuts in a blender. We're using a hand blender here, just because it's smaller. So put them in. We're going to grind it up. It's going to be a little bit loud. Basically making powdered walnuts or pecans. Okay, so I'm going to take that out, and then we will mix in 1/2 of a cup of sliced almonds. So we got the ground walnuts, we've got the sliced almonds, and the 1/3 of a cup of pea protein powder. There we go. And we mix that up. All right, mix that up in here. Okay, it's a nice chalky mixture of the protein powder and the nuts. Okay, next we're going to use some gluten-free flour. I already have that in a bowl here. 2 cups gluten-free flour. We're going to mix the nuts and the pea protein powder in with that. Okay, and the recipe says that it's going to be pretty crumbly. So that should be expected. So the liquid we add is coconut milk. All right. So I'm going to stir in some coconut milk. Set about 2 tablespoons. And stir that in. There we go. All right. Oh yes, and maple syrup. That adds another liquid. 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Okay. We do add a little bit of sweetness. It actually called for honey and maple syrup, but I just don't love the flavor of honey in there. Oh yeah. Hi Mercedes, thanks for joining. I know, sorry for the late link. Okay, but I'm glad that you've joined the show. We're making some protein powder, or some strawberries and cream protein bars using pea protein powder. Okay. Then, looks like we could use a little bit more coconut milk. Okay. But we're just going to keep going. But I recommend stirring in a little bit more coconut milk, and we add a cup of freeze-dried strawberries and a tablespoon of my favorite, chia seeds. All right. There we go. Stirring that all together. All right. Then we press this into a 8 by 8 inch pan that I've lined with parchment paper. Press it in, put it in the refrigerator, 30 minutes, then take it out, slice it into bars, delicious. So those two recipes can both be found on relish.com. One is called barbecue pulled jackfruit tacos from Simply Recipes. Yes. And the second one is from Oh Sweet Basil, and it's called strawberries and cream protein bars. So try these two things out, jackfruit and protein powder, pea protein powder. Great alternatives to meat and really fun. There are fun, lots of fun recipes out there to try with both of these ingredients. So thank you for tuning in. It's been a great show. I can't wait to see you next time. We'll be back next week. Have a great night. Talk to you all soon.